that's what I say. You should be then those questions you get asked and say, what is it?
We're back up. All right, everybody, I think we are back up. We probably want to pause for. We probably want to pause the conversation because I think we're back up. All right, we're back live. All right, we apologize. We had technical difficulties. I believe the first question was about how you could fashion a recommendation. I would say that you could move to recommend approval of the text amendment with changes, and then whatever you wanted those changes to be, you could just say them on the record. We will make sure that we record them in our minutes and pass them on the city council. And there was a second question that I didn't quite hear. I'm sorry, I was.
We discussed this special use permit that Commissioner Perry brought up, and then I was also wondering if there's some way that the data center is like liable for the energy use, or is required to use a certain amount of renewable energy. For instance, solar panels, if it's that large of a building, arguably they should maybe they can be responsible for their own power to a certain degree and not be pulling from the grid. I don't know how to put that forward, but it seems like that would be necessary.
Yes, I think it's the M1, the M2, the old I has to be gone. That's not, so that's what this ordinance is about, right? That they can be in O and I. Okay, but we don't ever want to there. We'll go without you can't have people around this.
Yeah. And I do think they can just take off that energy that creates all of the residents. And so, everyone wants to hire about, you can have it. So
Please use the microphone if you can. We've been getting a lot of complaints about this.
Okay, my apologies.
Meetings.
So, commissioners, I'm not sure how we can put that in as an amendment or a condition, but I do think there needs to be some level of them. Well, and I would argue that if it's a very large building, they should be responsible for a percentage of their own power through renewable energy if they're going to be in the city. And restrictions of the proximity. That's what Commissioner Devon said.
Allegedly, because it is agreed they produce a lot of energy or power, whatever. So then there should be some caution statement as it relates to the neighboring areas within so many miles.
From another data center.
From a neighborhood, from a business, and the list goes on. Because it's not just affecting the neighborhood, schools, offices, and the list goes on.
To do it. It can still go to council and council can vote. I'm just not ready to make a recommendation. I feel like, I have an 18-month-old and I'm listening to you all talk and this is scaring the hell out of me. I feel like I'm looking at the video before prom night, So I really want to do something because I never want to make a recommendation that I haven't been able to think through and at least know something about what I'm talking about. And even at the expense of looking like a fool, I want to understand before I make a vote. I'm not ready to make a recommendation. my hope is that we could defer it tonight and that council wouldn't pick it up, but would allow us to think through it, do our homework, and bring it back to us. And trust me, I'm going to do mine.
Absolutely. So I would recommend that you, if you do a deferral, you do have a list of recommended changes as of now to send to city council. So it's just not a blanket deferral to city council.
Yeah, I think he's got a really, I think it's a good
I think we should
idea.
capture the discussion here, but still,
Yes,
unless Rick said differently.
and I think that along with a permit, along with we're really questioning if O1 is it, you know, in terms of a viable zoning district, and then special use permit. And then I think they need to either invest in renewable energy in the city in some positive way or have some compensation for the energy use and potential hazards to the residents in terms of like losing power. So I'm only going to entertain motions because I'm the chair, but I was just voicing my thoughts.
Council gives us an opportunity to research the verbiage associated with this, and so that we can speak more intelligently on it.
So requesting a 30-day deferral to the next planning commission meeting.
Yes.
That's your vote to city council.
Yes.
Okay. So there can't be any conditions. It's just the 30-day deferral, but we definitely capture what you all said and we'll send that along, but in an official recommendation,
A
they can't.
courtesy recommendation
Yeah.
to the council.
Right.
Chairman, I speak. Now, so you're saying if we defer it, we cannot put conditions on it.
Correct.
So would you ask us to give something in reference to our conditions? Is that if we vote on it?
Correct.
Okay, so we have to vote on it in order to
Get the conditions sent
submit.
forward.
Then we need to
Yes.
vote on it, correct?
And then we will compare it, and hold it, they want to meet it, and see that.
I will now entertain a motion.
Madam Chair, if I
Yes.
could vote, I just had a clarifying question from our director. If you all vote for denial, you can do that, but if you want those conditions sent forward, you can do a denial, but also have those conditions go forward as well. So your vote will be for denial, but if city council was to approve it, we recommend these conditions.
Okay, great. Okay, everyone.
So there's two options.
Yeah, okay.
Deferral, a 30-day deferral with no recommendations, or denial or approval
With
these
recommendations.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, commissioners, I will now entertain a motion to approve, deny, or defer this case. More discussion.
Yeah, Director, so we're deferring it because we don't feel comfortable making the recommendation. But if we defer it, it has to just be a blanket, they won't know why, maybe we just didn't feel good about it, so we just deferred it and want to hear it again. But there is a reason why we're deferring it, and that is, we don't know what the hell we would be recommending. At least I don't, he does, I don't.
Yes.
So why can't we say that? Well, I don't understand that.
If you want those recommendations to.
Because I don't know that I want to deny it.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't
understand.
know that.
I got it. But I'm saying in order to get those recommendations to go forward, it has to follow some type of action or an approval or denial.
I'd like to make a motion to denial. Okay, to deny this, this proposal. Text amendment to the zoning ordinance to allow for data centers. Do I have a second? I did vote on it before we had. I think we have to vote.
You take denial with
based on, I need to do the, I don't need to do the conditions at this point. Okay. So based on the fact that this commission would like to study this situation a bit longer to make, an informed decision.
Correct. So if you do a denial, but you also want those recommendations to go forward, you would say, we recommend a denial, but if city council wants to approve it, we recommend these changes or these recommended changes. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So your
Okay, so
denial,
we recommend that the city council allow the commission time to study this. That is our recommendation.
that's not what you just said.
That we're asking for more time to study this.
So you want a deferral?
No, I'm asking for it. You said I had denied to get conditions or
Right.
approved to get conditions.
But I thought those conditions would be what you all were discussing before.
But you said I had to do it under the umbrella of denial or approval. You said I had to do an action.
Right,
The
and that,
actions can be either denial or approval.
correct.
So the action I gave was denial.
Okay.
And now you said I can give the conditions, and I was given the conditions.
So but the conditions would be what you all discussed earlier, not because we need more time to discuss.
That's one of the conditions.
Just one,
That's
okay,
the
so you got
first
some, okay,
amendment.
all right, go ahead.
Second.
Okay. Properly moved and seconded. Any further discussion?
Based on the information that we have received tonight, which we have labeled as packages, we've only gotten, a sheet based on very important, proposed tax amendment that was included in our package. And we did not get any further research or background as it relates to this, which really lends us to the problem we're having, the dilemma we're having of making recommendations for this particular amendment. So due to the absence of supporting evidence for the proposed tax amendment, that's why we have the motion on the table at this time
49.
with conditions.
Okay.
All right. Ms. Tomini, can you please call the roll? We are voting on denial with conditions. And I'm gonna let you clarify.
Me?
We voted denial with conditions that if the council decided to go ahead and vote, one of our conditions would be that they review the conditions that we've recommended,
And those conditions are?
already spoken into the record.
Okay, wonderful.
Thank you. Okay. Does everyone have clarity? Okay. Ms. Tomini, can you please call the roll?
Commissioner Perry. Commissioner Jones. Commissioner Devon. Commissioner Boone. You guys have it. I will now make a motion to adjourn the meeting. Okay. Properly moved and seconded. Ms. Tommy, can you please call the roll? Commissioner Perry. Commissioner Jones. Commissioner Devon. Commissioner Boone. The ayes have it. Thanks, everyone.
See you all September 18th, likely same time, same place.